Hi there. Today we're gonna do a review of the Tinwoo SmartWatch. Now the watch itself has been set up, but I put everything back in the box so that you guys can see what's inside. So let's begin. As you can see, you have to put the watch together yourself, which is fairly easy. Here we have the charger. So the bottom of the charger is actually magnetized, as you guys can see. So I'm assuming so that it goes onto the watch pretty easily. Here are the straps with a quick release pin right there. Not sure if you guys can see it. There you go. It's kind of hard to get it to focus, but you can see it right there. I believe these are 22mm straps. And here is the unit itself. Right there. So in a second I'm gonna put it together and we can continue on with our review. So stay right there, guys. Upon opening the box, one of the first things you guys will notice is the build quality of the watch, which is very good. This thing is built like a tank. As you can see, it seems to be metal all the way around the housing, which is nice and solid. It has some heft to it. The watch itself seems to be a little bit thick, as you can see right there, which is not necessarily a bad thing, especially for people who prefer bigger watches. The buttons on the side, like this one, controls the LCD, the display. You press it and it goes off and on. The one in the middle controls your stopwatch. There you have it. And the one on the bottom controls your exercises, which I believe there are 8 different exercises you can perform. Upon swiping down on the screen, as you can see, that's where you get your messages and notifications. When you swipe up, you get an extra menu. Here you can control your phone, the music that's playing. This button will allow you to save energy. That's the energy save feature. That is the Find My Device button right here. Let me turn it on so that you guys can see. Sorry about that. There you go. So this one right there is to find your phone if you misplace it, and this one is Do Not Disturb. When you swipe to the left, you get workout, timer, the menu right there, as you can see. With this one, if you click right here, it takes you to all the different watch faces available for you to choose from. I believe there are 14 different watch faces. Let's scroll through a few of them. There you go. If you press right here, the watch will actually swap the watch faces on its own, and it's almost like a shuffle feature. And here are the brightness control. As you can see, that's the maximum brightness on the watch. It's actually nice and bright. I usually have it on the lower setting because it's bright enough as it is. And if you click right here, that's what determines how long the screen stays on. If you go past 5 seconds, always on display, which means that the watch, exactly like it sounds, will always be on. And I know some people love that type of feature. I don't necessarily need to have it on. I prefer my watch to have the lift feature, but for those who do, it's on there and it works perfectly. The build quality of the display is actually very good. The colors are nice and vivid. Not sure if you can tell through the camera. but it is really nice, and the viewing angles are actually great. No matter what angle you turn the watch to, as you can see, you can always still see what time it is pretty clearly and see what's on there. There you go. One of the most important features on a smartwatch, especially for people who want to save some money, is the rise to wake feature, which means that when you raise your wrist, the screen comes on. Now, in some watches, it can be quite faulty, and I can honestly say this one's pretty nice and accurate. Every single time you lift your wrist, the watch immediately comes on, and it's pretty accurate. And also, as soon as you put your arm back down, the screen turns off. So there's no need for it to waste any extra energy. The watch is also a IP68 certified, which means it's waterproof. That specifically means that you are able to keep the watch submerged at 1.5 milliliters for 30 minutes without any water going in. I personally haven't tested it yet, but based on what I've heard and seen people say, it seems to be pretty reliable. I've heard people say that they've taken showers with the watch and it has worked perfectly fine after. So safe to say that that is a very awesome feature that you don't get to see often on budget devices. The battery life of the watch is actually very good. I've used the watch every single day for an entire week, which is what the website says it lasts. It says you are able to use the watch for 7 days, and I've been able to get 7 days out of the battery. I've used the watch every day between 6 a.m. to midnight. So safe to say that it definitely lives up to their claims. Now, one of the best features of the watch is that it actually allows you to use wireless charging, which was quite surprising to me given the price of the watch. Usually devices that allow you to do wireless charging tend to be quite pricey, but the watch actually is wireless charge capable. And later on, I'm gonna test the wireless charger by Tinwoo, and we're gonna see how that also works. Overall, I think this is a very good watch, especially for anybody on a budget. You know, the watch itself looks like a premium device, which I believe it is, given the performance. I haven't had any issues whatsoever with it. Tracking seems to be accurate. It's always reliable. Nice quality, really nice features, and the app itself is very easy to run. I'll also do a quick video, a quick display on the app so that you guys can see how it performs and everything. But if I had to recommend this watch, I would definitely do that, especially if you're on a budget and you're looking for a smartwatch. This is a very good watch, and anybody interested, I'll provide the links down below where you can get the watch on Amazon, so feel free to go and check it out. Thank you for watching the review. As always, take care, have a good day, and if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them below and I'll answer as soon as I can. Okay, see ya. Hey guys, right now I'm doing some reshoot so that we can test the watch live and you guys can see how it performs. So here it is. As you can see, the watch is actually pretty quick at turning on when you lift your hand, which is pretty awesome. I don't have the always on display right now, but that's because I like it this way better since it conserves battery. If you use the always on display, the battery will last you about 2 days. This way, the way I've been using it now, it allows you to use the watch for roughly 7 days of continuous use, which is pretty awesome. So the battery actually lasts a very long time. Now, the current settings for the watch are actually to the lowest brightness using the battery saving mode. And if you use that mode, the brightness will actually go down to the minimum. but at the same time, even during a very bright day, the display is actually quite visible, so you don't have to worry about that. There you go. So I've been wearing the watch now every day from between 6 a.m. until 12 o'clock at midnight, every single day. And with those settings, with the current settings, I've been able to get about 7 days worth of usage from the battery. Now, the battery life will vary depending on your settings, but as of right now, the settings I have it on are flat out perfect for me because I'm able to use the watch every single day exactly how I want to and not have to worry about constantly recharging the watch. Now, charging the watch is not a big issue, but at the same time, it is pretty nice having some peace of mind that at any given point I can just grab it, put it on, and use it without worrying about the battery life. Over the past couple of days, I've been doing a test comparing to check how accurate the watch is at tracking your distance, and I've been surprised to see how accurate it is. I've been conducting this test using an app called Map My Walk. The app itself is very precise, so it's actually a very good tool to use to compare the watch. After doing those tests, I noticed that the numbers were pretty accurate. Now, they were not identical, but that's mostly because most trackers and most smartwatches use very different algorithms to track your distance. But upon doing tests over the past week or so, I noticed that the app and the watch were pretty good. The only difference between the two was about 0.1 mile, which leads me to believe that the numbers presented by the watch are pretty reliable. Hey guys, stay tuned at the end of the review so that I can provide you guys with some sample pictures so that you can see what the watch looks like up close. So, thank you for watching.